Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news, hope you and your friends follow along. In the same drama promotion, Soo Kai's attitude towards Yoo Shuk-sun and Tan Song-gyeon shows the subtle difference between the two. Soo Kai's curious duality on Hello Saturday, two leading ladies, two very different vibes. Recently, Soo Kai made back-to-back appearances on the popular variety show Hello Saturday, ostensibly to promote his latest drama projects. But what captivated viewers wasn't just his on-point comedic timing or solid acting chops, it was the subtle, yet striking contrast in how he interacted with his two leading ladies, Esther Yu and Seven Tan. On one episode, Soo Kai and Esther Yu were a riot. Their banter was rapid-fire, full of playful teasing and inside jokes that had audiences wondering, are they acting, or is there something more? Laughter was effortless, chemistry undeniable. Fans swooned. Memes exploded. Fast forward a week, and the vibe flipped entirely. Sharing the stage with Seven Tan, Soo Kai was calm, respectful, almost distant. Their exchanges were polished, professional, even warm at times, but there was a noticeable lack of that mischievous spark. The emotional temperature had dropped several degrees, leaving audiences puzzled. Was it a different dynamic or a different Soo Kai? What's fascinating isn't the comparison, but what it reveals. Soo Kai, despite being in the spotlight, still guards his personal space. His chemistry with co-stars is not just a product of direction or script. It's organic, unpredictable, and sometimes deeply telling. In a world where every smile is screen-tested and every interaction edited for appeal, Soo Kai reminds us that authenticity still peeks through. Sometimes it giggles, sometimes it holds back, but it always makes us feel something. After watching both episodes, viewers weren't just entertained, they were reminded that behind the glamour, every star is still figuring out who they trust, who they click with, and what version of themselves to share. And somehow, that's the most relatable plot twist of all. When sweet turns sour, Soo Kai, Seven Tan, and the unexpected saboteur on Hello Saturday. It all started innocently enough. Soo Kai and Seven Tan, Tan Song-gyeon, were booked on Hello Saturday to promote their romantic drama. Expectations were set for a sugar-sweet segment full of gentle flirting, nostalgic clips, and that irresistible will they won't they sparkle that fans crave. But no one saw the chaos coming, not from a rival, not from a critic, but from a friend, Wang Lixin. As the show's games got underway, Wang Lixin didn't just stir the pot, he flipped the whole table. In one sharp moment during a playful competition, he exposed a well-known but often overlooked flaw of Soo Kai's. The actor is famously timid. Think bashful smiles, hesitations in bold challenges, and a constant undercurrent of please don't make me do this. The moment was funny, uproariously so. The audience roared. Even Soo Kai blushed and laughed it off. But something in the room shifted. The romantic mood between Soo Kai and Seven Tan never fully recovered. The teasing from Wang Lixin, while meant in jest, cracked the illusion of confident leading man and fragile heroine. Suddenly, this wasn't a love story promo, it was an awkward third-wheel comedy, and yet, therein lies the unexpected beauty. Fans saw something raw. Soo Kai's vulnerability was not scripted. Seven Tan's polite attempts to steer things back showed her quiet professionalism. Even Wang Lixin, the accidental saboteur, reminded everyone that variety shows are live wire zones where anything can and will go off script. In a world craving authenticity, this moment, messy, hilarious, slightly painful, felt real. Maybe more real than the drama they were there to promote. And maybe, just maybe, that's what made it unforgettable. Sweet confession, bitter reality, Soo Kai's words to Seven Tan, and a sharp interruption just when it seemed the awkwardness might subside. Soo Kai delivered a line that momentarily froze the room and warmed viewers' hearts. Turning to Seven Tan with a rare sincerity in his voice, he said, "In my eyes, you're the only queen." It was tender, almost theatrical, the kind of line that makes social media collectively hold its breath. For a brief second, fans dared to believe they were witnessing something more than promo, something personal. But before the romance could bloom, in came Wang Lixin again, blunt as ever. "Really?" he shot back with a laugh. "Aren't you filming another episode with Esther Yu tomorrow?" Oof! The audience burst into laughter, but the jab landed harder than expected. The magic moment between Sukai and 710 shattered like glass under a spotlight. Sukai stammered, 710 smiled politely, and viewers were left hanging between swoon and second-hand embarrassment. It's rare for a scripted show to let reality bleed through the edges, but this episode of Hello Saturday did just that. It gave us a glimpse of how difficult it is to balance personal chemistry, public expectations, and professional obligations all in real time. More than just entertainment, it became a mini-drama in itself, the hesitant hero, the poised heroine, and the wild-card friend who keeps it a little too real. In a world where every moment is curated, this one was refreshingly messy and deeply human. Amid a spotlight and co-star carousel, one connection still stands out. Her beauty is impossible to ignore. Esther Yu commands attention the moment she steps into frame. And for Sukai, who's been juggling a packed schedule of film and drama projects, co-starring with a wide array of actresses has become part of the job description. From romantic lead to comedic partnerships, he's had his fair share of on-screen dynamics, but among the many faces he's worked with recently, his bond with Tan Song-gyeon has quietly resonated with audiences. Their moments together, small, genuine, and sometimes unexpectedly sweet, have been captured both in and out of the scripted scenes. Whether it was a knowing glance or a shared laugh during a game, their ease with one another suggested a level of mutual understanding that can't be faked, even with the occasional comedic intrusion by Wang Lixin, who often seems to delight in breaking any lingering tension. The connection between Sukai and Tan Song-gyeon held steady. Theirs wasn't a loud or overly performative chemistry. It was subtle, natural, and completely in line with the soft charm of the drama they were promoting. While other partnerships might sizzle with flirtation or thrive on chaos, Sukai and Tan Song-gyeon offered something different, a calm rhythm, a quiet synchronization. It wasn't meant to steal the spotlight, but somehow, it lingered just enough to make people wonder if some stories are told best in whispers rather than declarations. Not sweet, but spicy. Sukai and Esther Yu's explosive variety show chemistry. It's true, Sukai and Tan Song-gyeon shared a gentle, professional rapport, the kind that feels warm but carefully measured. Unlike the dreamy sparkles of Wu Lei and Zhao Jinmei, their connection stayed politely in the zone of workplace collaboration. But enter Esther Yu, and everything flips. On the latest episode of Hello Saturday, Sukai and Esther were front and center, promoting their new drama. From the get-go, their dynamic was less about charm and more about chaos, with a dash of sibling-style sabotage. In a hilarious opening segment, guests were asked to choose who they'd most like to punish with love. Sukai tossed his ball and declared, "I didn't throw it at you." Esther fired back, "Well, I wasn't going to throw it at you either." The air of denial didn't last long. With Yang Di's intervention, the two quickly turned on each other, landing their shots with gleeful betrayal. Their chemistry hit new heights during a physical challenge involving hula hoops and foot press torture boards. Esther suggested a dainty, strategic toe raise to win. Sukai dismissed it as boring. Moments later, she accidentally stomped his toes hard as Sukai screamed in pain and Esther kept yelling in his ear. It was clear, their teamwork was less romance and more sitcom. Yet somehow, that's what made it work. Their arguments, complaints, and laughter painted a picture of a partnership that thrives not on tenderness, but on teasing and tough love. In another round, Esther tried to outguess a girl's emotions but failed spectacularly, while Sukai stood by, helpless and amused compared to his polite poise with Tan Song-gyeon. Sukai's dynamic with Esther Yu is wild, unpredictable, and downright entertaining. It's not sweet, it's spicy. And fans can't get enough.